Can you see that? Not too much. So we just wanted to check out the view on the outside with the lights on. So we're about to drive up to take a gander. Try to go a little slow as we pull up in the driveway. We got our lights on outside. Man, this is beautiful. And as a bonus, it's lit up really well out here. Because once they came and ran the permanent power, it got extremely dark. We're going to get out in a second and go around so we can see. Yo, this is crazy. It looks so good out here. Look at that. This does give us an opportunity to see if we need to adjust any of the lights. So this is just the front side. And then of course this side is the side door. That's lit up really well. We're gonna go around the back. I actually did a little cleanup today, so the porches don't look so bad. Alright, about to take it inside so we can see what it looks like at nighttime with the lights. We're able to figure out, you know, the lights because they're not on they're not labeled right now. So the electrician will have to come back and, you know, figure that out. Alright, y'all, I'm about to get ready to take y'all in. Look how well lit up this porch is. Not our dark spot. Yeah, I love those lights. We're gonna keep them this color temp. Most of all the other lights are like 5K, but I like this on this porch. So, welcome home. Look at that. That's the foyer light. It's lit up in this joker. Look at that. Dining room. Then we're gonna come back into this great room. Look at these lights. So you see that one odd color light right there? We got to get the temp changed on that one. That's the one that we added in here. It's hot right now, but I promise you, you turn on this fan, you won't even know that the air conditioner's not on in here. There's a kitchen. Man, look at that. Isn't she a beaut? So he changed the bulbs in those, so now they match the color temp in here. It's lit up very nicely. That light over the sink, perfection. Now we are considering doing our own under cabinet lighting. And then we have a wall sconce right here. We're gonna change that bulb too. Like I said, we're trying to keep all the light temps pretty consistent. I'm gonna let them turn that fan on so you can see it. Look at that. It's amazingly quiet. We sat in here today because we did some floor cleaning up. And I can tell you with 100% certainty, I can feel it. I'm over here by the island. So let's see. I'm over here by the island and I can feel the wind coming off that fan. All right, so I'm gonna take it out to the back porch. Like I told you, we did a little cleaning up, so maybe I won't be scared to be on this back porch. But look at there. Fans. Fans on fans on fans. I'll probably get them to turn it on so we can see them spin. But man, it's lit up perfectly. I'm gonna carefully take my time and step off this porch. It was some frogs when I was back here earlier moving stuff. So I try not to holler so we can see what it looked like back here. I'm hearing all kinds of noises. But yeah. Trying to back up so you guys can see. But I also don't want to. So that's the patio. Well, the parking pad slash patio. Let me walk downhill. Gotta cut some grass. And let's see. There we go. Man, this looks amazing. I swear. Walking back out up here. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get the fans turned on back here before we head back up. There we go. See, I got the fan going out here. I only turned one of them on for the time being. And it throws off really good air. Mosquitoes and bugs having a field day. We're gonna make sure we turn these off. My outdoor family. Y'all, do I look happy? I'm ecstatic. We were definitely expecting flooring to come, but they came a day early. It's like Santa Claus, but for adults. Who gets excited for flooring? We do. But anyways, they came a day early. My husband, he was just happened to be going in to work a little late this morning because he had something to handle. And then the cameras got set off and we saw these vans pulling in. And I guess he was at the store and when the cameras went off and he came right back on home. And of course it was the flooring. But y'all ain't gonna believe this. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. It was the wrong flooring. Yeah, it was the wrong flooring. So he had texted me. He sent me a picture. He was like, it's the wrong flooring, but it's like, I think you'll like it. So I'm at work already. I'm like, just antsy. And it's like, I gotta go and look because I gotta make sure that I'm gonna like it. He said I like it, and when I was looking at the picture, I was like, okay. But pictures and videos do not do justice to you actually seeing things with your own eyes. So when I got here, I was like, okay, yeah, that definitely flows. I don't know what the issue is with the wrong thing, so we didn't want to delay, and it actually looks good. So they working. My husband's on the back. I think I'm gonna go pop around there because I think he got our chairs on the back porch. I hope we got these fans on because it's like 95 degrees. So we're gonna check in. We're gonna look at the flooring. Y'all, look at this.
Si aguantan, ahí no lleva, no creo que lo lleva hace 4. Oh, no creo. 3.
So we have been sitting out here on the porch. I know y'all see our ceiling fans going. and just enjoying this little breeze that we get from the fans, because we ain't getting none from outside because it's like 95 degrees and it's July in Alabama, so you know how it goes. So definitely being able to soak in the back views out here in the backyard, seeing the birds. They make some weird noises, but just being able to enjoy this. Can't wait till I have opportunity to, you know, get my nice cup of tea or some coffee and just sit back here, read a book, listen to some music, the TV going on, you know, just be able to relax. I do believe they have started on the carpet, so in a minute I'm going to pop in there to get a view of them working. And then of course once they finish, I'll go through there as well. But the AC guys are up in the attic testing some things, so hopefully we get to feel that nice cool breeze blowing. They got the pad in here getting ready for that carpet. So excited. Trying to make sure I don't bump into this the attic stairs. But yeah, I can't wait to step on this. Yeah, it's coming. Now, as they continue working on it, we'll definitely show you guys that, because I know this past weekend the sheetrock guy came in. They patched some holes. He was actually supposed to come today, but I think the flooring being early kind of knocked that a little bit. So hopefully he'll come this week, and I think he has to do some more sanding and mudding and spots, because he found some imperfections in the, you know, the sheetrock other than the holes. So he did those areas, so he'll, you know, do the finishes on that. Not as far as the trim goes, not entirely sure when they're gonna finish it on the inside, because I believe the painter handles that, and I know that apparently he's booked and busy. So I hope this does not become a thing. We got asked about our fixtures today, so maybe that'll get done this week. Honestly, I don't know what else is going to be done this week. The AC and the flooring was the things that were on the to-do list for this week. Praying that it's not the only thing. It's a short work week for us, so we want to see some more progress. You know, the closer we get there, the closer we get to being in here, and like I said, just being able to enjoy it, you know. But once we know more, hopefully the AC guy comes tomorrow so they can connect the drain. Because what are we doing, people? Connect that, and then we can actually have the AC running, you know, during the daytime, so we can actually get a good feel for that. So when I have an update, I'll be back with you guys. Hey, Outdoors family. It's your girl, and I'm back another day. So I just want to provide, you know, a couple updates. The plumber did come yesterday, and they got the P-trap situation fixed, so there is no water running in our walls, and it feels amazing inside of the house. That air conditioner is a Amana R32. It's an S series, and when I tell you it is blowing my mind how well it's doing, it's 100 degrees. It's been 100 degrees like the past 3-4 days, and it feels amazing inside. The crazy thing about it is when we saw the unit, it looked like a mini split. So we was questioning, looking at each other. So we hit the Googles, and I guess it's just like a newer system, and it's more efficient. It has like an inverter. I'm gonna get y'all some more details on that, but it's doing amazing. Now I didn't took it outside because I want y'all to see this. I know y'all saw it in the previous video, but I also want y'all to hear it. It is absolutely running right now. But let me show y'all. This is how quiet it is. You don't hear anything, do you? I mean, you hear the birds, but you don't hear the unit. And that's crazy work. Now, I think it's gonna require us to get like another generator though, because it's like clean energy with that inverter. So it don't have the spikes, and we have a generator where I guess it's called like dirty energy. So it does spike. So when you start it up, it's and that can like fry the board in the air conditioner. So we actually gonna get it's gonna force us to get another generator, get an inverter, which is a little quieter. We're doing portable. We're not doing no gen rack. But I promise y'all, they are not sponsoring us. It's just good technology. So if you want to, look at it more, it's a Mana R32, and these are the newest systems that they have. Now I wanted to share something a little bit more pressing. Let me tell y'all how good God is. No, we previously talked about the installation of that double wall oven, how the installer was kind of a butt. So when he was installing, the electrician just happened to be here doing some stuff with the lights. And it said when he was installing, the electrician was like, oh no. So after that installer left, the electrician told my husband that got to come out and he will reinstall it because how he did it was wrong and a fire hazard. Now, the oven was in there, but they took it back out because we actually had to cut the back of that cabinet out so that the oven could actually fit all the way in there. So when they finally took the oven back out, you could see the crappy wiring job that they did, safety hazard. And let me tell you this, we paid for the installation through Lowe's, and I will never, ever do an installation on any type of appliance through Lowe's, because who they sent out, there's no telling how many houses he has wired like this. I'm gonna show y'all the wiring because they have the oven still out, waiting for the electrician to come back. And let me tell you this, everybody that I shown that picture to was like, what the crap? And the funny thing is, we use like AI. AI is not always accurate, but it's accurate when you want it to confirm your own biases. When I sent the picture through AI, it got like the warning sign as like, you need an electrician. This is a fire hazard, electrical hazard. It said doesn't meet electrical codes. It was telling everything that was wrong with it. And like I said, anytime something major has gone on here, we have been here, because had we not been here, or the electrician not been here when he was here doing that, we wouldn't have known. And you know what kind of problem that could have caused? Like I said, favor ain't fair. And I thank God that, anytime there's something, I've complained during this bill, but every time there's something of like actual real substance that cause major concerns, one of us has been here. So we're able to be like, wait a minute, and catch us before something, potentially deadly or dangerous happens. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to show y'all. And again, I do not recommend using installation services, third party through Lowe's whatsoever. Now y'all look at that and y'all tell me, does that look like quality craftsmanship? This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Now I had already did the survey with Lowe's, but I got them on the phone yesterday. So yeah, like I said, I actually got them on the phone yesterday, and they was about to make me act a nut because it was ridiculous. So I was explaining the situation. I've already did the survey to complain, but I actually had an image to send them because there's no way that they should be sending him to anybody else's house. And the lady was like, well, you're gonna void your warranty. I was like, are you saying because I'm getting somebody who is actually licensed to redo what y'all blanked up. I'm losing my warranty. She's like, you're gonna lose your warranty. So I said, if we purchase the oven without paying for installation, would we still not have a warranty? She's like, well, it's just a labor that you're gonna avoid. Ma'am, you think I give a dang about the labor y'all sent out here that avoids that part of the warranty? Long as the oven is covered, I'm good with that. But what y'all sending out here, I wouldn't want them to come talking about, well, we can send somebody. No, ma'am. That's not gonna happen, because how are they vetting these third parties? That's what I don't understand, because that's ridiculous. That code violations. So we got that squared away. The electrician is gonna, do that. The most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Again, highly do not recommend. They sent me an email and I sent the documentation. I'm trying to see if they're gonna respond to that. But I did just want to put that out as a warning. This is the most ridiculous thing I have seen in my life. But that's what you get sometimes from these big boxes, big box stores. They just hand it off to Billy Joe M down the street. I mean, I can get me a shade tree mechanic to, do some stuff. But we building, this is a large investment. And we just gonna ruin it over oven? Yeah, come on. Yeah, if I want a shade tree, I can go up the road and get somebody to, to do that. That's crazy. But you live and you learn. And we learn throughout this process. So chalk this up as another lesson learned. And hope y'all learn from this as well. All right, so the flooring is done. But of course, they got to come in and do their their trim. You got to do their quarter rounds around the bottom and all that good stuff. They did come today and they made a delivery of trim. So that means they are going to get my opening. And they got some more trim, so they got to fix some stuff. And they got to do the trim around my bathtub. I have been, Super has been wonderful of late. Phone calls. So I think they're gonna, because we ordered mirrors. They're supposed to be here tomorrow, I hope. Because I think they're gonna hang those. And then the shelving is supposed to come next week. I did see, when I came in from work, I did see the doorknobs on the counter. So those are ready to go. I'm trying to figure out what's gonna be. I think they're doing doorknobs, cabinets, mirrors next week. And then, I don't know. I guess he'll call me and let me know what else is going on. But I'm getting excited. It feels like things are pushing. It actually feels like he's trying to push this process forward. And even though it's not like I take that. I was about to say, even though it wasn't like anything major done this week, it was. We got flooring and the AC hooked up. But that was like the first 2 days of the week. But they've been doing other stuff here and there. So like sheetrock guy, he came, he sanded, he cut those the legs off the the attic stairs so they're the appropriate length. They started applying the area for the tub in my bathroom. So there's been some constant workflow, just little stuff here and there. So I've been pleased. Other than like the whole oven situation and of course the water from the air conditioner, I'm pretty pleased this week and I'm happy with it. So hopefully this keeps pressing on and we get to that point of what they say. Here's those keys, y'all can move in. I already feel like we in here because we come down here every day. We got lights, we got air conditioning, we got carpet on the floor. And it's just funny because our son, he is 8 years old. So we try to keep him as involved in the process as possible. And at that age, they really don't care about nothing but their video games and snacks and all that good stuff. So when we hit milestones, I'm like, buddy, come on, let's go and look and see. But yesterday was like that moment where it was like it hit him. He was laying in his bedroom back there, laying on the floor, and I just looked at him and I was like, "You all right?" He was like, "Yes, ma'am." It's like, it's just so peaceful. So that it's just a little things that pulls at this mommy heartstrings. So I guess it's because he can see like the house coming together, like it actually looks like a house. So it's more real to him. So that's kind of cool. That makes me feel good. You know, building this house is like a generational thing. Like this is for him. You know, every generation wants the next generation to do better. So we just trying to lay a foundation where he always has somewhere to go when he gets older. And you can always come back home, baby. But just building something generational for our family, you know. And I just think that's just a blessing to be able to be in this position to do this. And I'm excited. All right, my outdoors family. We have made it to the end of another week. I will say this week actually slowed down a little because our super actually got hospitalized. He's on the mend. He's doing better. They were still doing work in the background. The inside of the house, it seems like every time we beautify the process a little bit, they come and do work, and it is a mess in there. They're working on the quarter round and doing the case opening that we discussed. I told y'all that was gonna get done. Your girl don't play. But all that's being done, I think they'll finish that part up this weekend. Just wanted to recap what we did have done. And, you know, big thing is the flooring. So it looks amazing. Y'all saw a little bit in there, but I think it's gonna be like it'll be better once we do like the actual house tour, so you can actually see it all flow. So definitely was excited. Let me harp on this air conditioning situation. The same day that the flooring was being done, the guy came to hook up the air conditioner. And not even 30 minutes after he left, the guys were in there doing the flooring, me and my husband on the back porch, and he just ran out there. He was like, sir, please come fast, quick. And we went in our bathroom and water was running down the wall from the air conditioner. And my husband, he immediately knew what it was. And it was the air conditioner draining down the wall because the plumbers forgot to do the drain for the P-trap. And we had, before they closed up the walls, we had always like, are they gonna make sure they do that? And it's like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. It'll get done. Yeah, so that's what happened with that. Like I said, it's funny that we are always here when something major is going on. So that is the blessing of that. And also just being able to be close by. You catch things before you actually get, real damage. So we just had to shut the unit off, and then they came back. The guy came back and was like, yeah, they didn't hook it up. So we had to wait like a day for the plumber to come back and do that. Once they did that, baby, when I tell you that air be blowing, it be blowing. And then far right lane, y'all were absolutely right about that spray foam. It's like it holds the temperature of the house. I know at one point, because of course we're not in here, so we bumped that joke up to like 78, and it still felt good. Just so that we weren't, running the power bill up, and we're not actually in here. Just a test study, case study on, see how the air works in there. But we keep it on 74, 75. And if we come down here in the morning, because we turn on the outside lights at nighttime, so it's not so dark down here. So when we come down in the morning, it's like 70, 71 inside, because usually, the temp cools down in the evening time. So spray foam. If you're contemplating on it, get it. So today we actually got our Friday update, you know, end of the week, you know, what the expectation is. So I think the guys that are doing the trim, I think they're gone for today, but they should finish up tomorrow with the trim. And then the painter, I know they said that he's busy, but they're trying to get him back in here ASAP because there's, I think, a couple things they need to get done, you know, after he does the painting, so they want him to come back in here. Then the plumbing is supposed to be back and start doing our fixtures on next week sometime. And then they have to do a hot water heater. And once they do that, then we can get the electrician back in here to rewire our oven, because mind blown, crazy work at, you know, that whole situation. And I still ain't heard back from Lowe's. So I think they want me to post this video so that they can see what I got going on. So like I said, it's unbelievable that they have not responded to my message. So definitely make sure, hopefully they see this, y'all tag them in this video. Ridiculous. But like I said, it's a blessing. It's gonna be taken care of on our end, but y'all be careful. Oh, we did get our refrigerator delivered. It's not installed yet because, of course, they were still doing some trim stuff before they can put that in there. But we got our beverage fridge. We got that put in. My husband put that in. And y'all, it looks good. It looks real good. Can't wait to be able to utilize it. So I'm excited for that. So we got that done. Like I said, at this point, it feels like things are gonna pick up this next week, but I tell y'all that every week. Y'all see how it goes. But it feels like they're pressing and pushing for it to be done by the beginning of next month. Pray, because like I said, I definitely want this to be done before school gets started, so that we're not running around all crazy trying to get him settled and get us settled all at the same time. So prayerfully it works out that way. It's some stuff that I got to do on my end, unrelated to the house build itself, but necessary for the house. So I'm working towards that. This all I got for today. Y'all stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that y'all are alerted whenever we post a video. Like, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Y'all, we almost at 1,000 subs. We appreciate, you know, the support y'all have provided for us this far. But go ahead and let your family and friends know. Sub for your girl. Y'all comment below. This is your girl, Brittany. Outdoors with the McCalls. Y'all have a great evening.